right, thanks a lot. Tyson, Shelby, thanks for taking a few minutes with me to talk first date. I appreciate it.
Thanks
Yeah,
for
thank you, man.
Yeah. So I saw the film at Sundance. One of the big movies there. Start with you. I'll ask you both this question. What was it like having a big premiere film at such a huge festival like that? Tyson, you don't mind starting?
I was very speechless when I got the news because I don't know, I just couldn't fathom that this actually happened. I like growing up as a kid and even now, like I love film, I love being behind the camera. So I already knew about Sundance, what it was about, and all this stuff, and it was something I was like, I one day I guess I don't know if that's really possible. And so to be able to participate in the festival as an actor, that was just like, first of all, I'm in a whole new area of the industry now, and like I don't know, it's just really unbelievable. Honestly, it's still unbelievable to me.
Shelby?
Yeah, I was kind of speechless too. I mean, it was so exciting. And I know, well, for me, I still work a 9 to 5 job. And so I got the news on like a Wednesday or something at like noon. And I just couldn't work the rest of the day. I was just so like excited and just excited to see what would come. And just to have everybody like see it and it be at Sundance for the first time was just so like surreal. I mean, it was like a dream.
Yeah.
So how did you both get involved with the film? What brought you into it? What were your thoughts when you first read the script? Tyson, start with you.
So for me, this is my first feature. Before this, I was doing like just extra work. I didn't really care about being an extra because like when I told myself I wanted to act, I just wanted to perform, immerse myself into another experience, a world, whether it be like some guy I know, like one of my friends, just like, yo, I just want to do a short film. It could have been anything, anybody, as long as I could like really immerse myself into another character. So I didn't really like the extra work. And then after a week or so after I quit doing that, I saw First Date on SAC Casting, I think it was. And yeah, saw the reel for Mike. And I sent it in a self-tape to Manuel and Darren. And then they came out to Sacramento to come meet with me. And I was like, do I have the part? And then I didn't have the part. They just wanted to talk to me and meet with me and all this stuff. And then I did a screen test with Shelby, another actress, and that was really like nerve wracking. It's my first time doing something like that. I was just like, well, I either be nervous and shy, or just give it my all right now and shoot my shot,
Yeah,
and that's what I did. And here we are now.
it's the way to do it, man. Shelby?
Yeah, similar to Tyson, I had only done maybe like a handful of local, just kind of student film projects to local to our area. And so also saw the casting notice on SAT Casting. So I just sent in a picture, then did the video audition. I met up with Manuel and Darren a couple weeks after that, and they were just awesome. And I remember leaving that audition and being like, oh, I hope I get it because they're just so nice. And I read with Manuel being Mike, and his energy was just so amazing. You could tell he really cared about the characters in the movie, and I was just like, oh, this is awesome. And so then, yeah, a few weeks later, met up with Tyson and another actor and did some screen tests and chemistry reads with them, and then got the part and was so excited.
So one of the things I like about Kelsey in the film, um, there's a lot of these movies, this kind of genre of film, a lot of classics. But one of the things I like about Kelsey is she's not a passive participant in all this. She's a really strong character, and I like her in this. Talk to me a little bit about how you felt about her when you read about the character, and how you kind of got into playing her.
Yeah, I love that you say those things about her because that's exactly what I was going for with her. When I read the script, I was like, she's kind of everything I wish that I was. She's doesn't seem like she's scared of anything, and she just is super strong. And so I kind of just channeled into some personal emotions for some of the more backstory of Kelsey, but I used those as tools to help me kind of just be this person that I always wish I was, which was just fearless and ruthless and just super strong and strong-willed. And I just wanted her to I mean, I like to describe her as a badass because that's just what she is.
Yeah.
And I got a lot of inspiration from Uma Thurman and Kill Bill, and just this strong and just
Good call.
badass girl. And so that's what I went for, and that's what I wanted for her when I read the script, was for people to say, dang, she's like a badass and she just is ruthless, and that's what I wanted for her.
And Tyson, Mike, he has to go through a bit of an evolution throughout the film, which is, that's kind of the par for the course for these kinds of films. But Mike has to go through that too. Talk to me a little bit about how you got into the mindset of playing Mike as he makes this transition throughout the film.
Yeah, for me, I just look back on my old young middle school, early high school years. I was really shy, insecure, and all this other stuff. Just I wanted to be in my box. No one come in this space. This is my space. So it was cool to like kind of bring that version of me back to life and put him through like these crazy events. Yeah. Even though that didn't happen in real life, like I did go through that my own transition in life of like coming of age to myself and all this other stuff. So I think it was really cool to sling someone with these kind of characteristics through all this crazy stuff that happens, and to like see that he can like put up with the most craziest things in the world, or some of the most craziest things in the world, and be able to like be okay with himself and like come into himself. So, yeah.
What was it? Yeah, like you said, there's a whole lot of insane stuff that goes on in this. There's a lot of like adventure aspects of this movie too. What was the craziest like scene to shoot for you both?
Definitely the final scene.
Yeah, the final scene.
Talk to me a little bit about why that was about what was so crazy about shooting that.
Yeah. Definitely the gunfire, because they use blanks and stuff, so like you can actually hear the gunfire, and like there would be moments when if I wasn't shooting or if I was in the shot, as soon as like it'll be so quiet, and as soon as they call action, like the noise just goes through the roof, and you're like really into it. Like there's no like needing to like, how do I find the emotion for this? Like it's just real. Yeah. Like because you have to watch your marks and everything, because not only are there blanks and stuff, but they have like dust ball shooting out of paintball guns, and so you have to just watch yourself and make sure you listen and pay attention to not get hit or anything like that, which everything was pretty safe, by the way. But yeah, it just made everything just on edge as it is in the actual scene. So it was something really fun, because I grew up watching action movies. I always wanted to be my own like action hero, stunt hero, and being able to do not only that scene but all the other stunts and all the other scenes was pretty fun. I feel like a kid.
Shelby, so for like you said, for both of you, this is sort of like your first big feature. It sounds like you guys had a lot to deal with for something that's kind of a new experience for you both. How was that for you?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was great as one of our first projects to kind of get to dive into so many different genres. So kind of exercising all these different things as actors as well was really, I feel like beneficial for us. To get out of the way, not out of the way, but just to get that experience so early. For me, I'm not a fighter, I'm not a boxer, so it was interesting for me too, this being my first project like this huge, and having to train to be something without having really much experience in it. So knowing I can do that now, I think is super helpful for me, moving forward. And I never thought I would do an action movie. I just didn't think that was in me, and now I'm just like obsessed, and I'm like, I would do a million of them. So it was really fun to get to express so many different genres, like I said, and just kind of figure out like, oh, I kind of like acting in movies like this or things with this. And so I'm thankful that I got to do so many in one movie.
Tyson, did you look back at any other classic kind of first date movies? Like when I was watching this, I had a movie in my head like License to Drive or something like that, where things kind of go crazy. But did you guys look back and study like some past films as well before getting into this one?
Yeah, there were a couple. For some reason, I was watching not even like date films, but like Martin Scorsese films. Just because of like the look and like the aesthetic that Manuel was going for. Mm-hmm. So I was just trying to like, I was watching those films like Taxi Driver and stuff like that. I was I was watching those films and just trying to not imagine like those characters in First Date, but like Mike in those films, and being like, okay, Mike was back in this time period. How would things be for this man? So I didn't necessarily watch a lot of date films for some reason. It was more of like just classic films. And then there was what is that guy's name? I forget his name, but he's an actor in this TV series called Dear White People, and he plays like the kind of like the nerd in a
Oh,
way, not really a nerd, but like he works for the newspaper
Tyler James,
and
or something like that. The guy who,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah. So I was studying him and his character because like there's some similarities between him and Mike, and
Mhm.
yeah, so there's all kinds of stuff I was pulling.
Shelby, what do you want people to take from this movie when they go to see it? What are you hoping some of the themes are that they take away from it?
I just hope people, I think, not to do with the plot, but just to see the success of the movie, it, being low budget and being a local Sacramento film and seeing, how big it got. I want people just to see like it is possible. Like you just never know what can happen. And so you should totally put all of your passion and everything into anything that you do. Cause you just never know. And I just, as far as the movie plot goes, I just want people to have a good time with it.
Mm,
I keep saying focus on Mike's issues and not the issues of the world that we're actually in. But
right.
for that hour and 40 minutes, just, enjoy the ride that the movie is. And yeah, just know dreams can come true and anything's possible. Just always believe.
Well, I want to thank you both for taking time with me. I wish the movie success, and I wish success for both of you as you continue your careers. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, man.
All right. Thanks a lot. Thanks for checking out the show. If you like what we're laying down, please subscribe to our channel and click the bell to receive notifications for all of our latest stuff.